Kim and Kanye. This whole episode, we've seen it play out. You know, as a mum, how are you digesting what's happening? Because there's kids involved.
Yeah.
And from Kanye's perspective, it seems like, you know, he just wants to be there for his kids, and Kim is not letting him see his kids. So there's a whole heap of questions I've got, but like, as a mum, how are you reading the situation?
So I can understand both sides, but I think the way Kanye is going about it, he is a public figure, as is Kim. His kids, especially North, they're going to be old enough where their friends in school are talking about it, where in the future they're going to be able to Google it and see all of this information there on the internet. I think airing out your business, especially when kids are involved on social media, is a no-no, regardless of what the context or the situation is. You earn enough, you have a lawyer, you can go through your lawyers. I think for me personally, obviously we can only take what we see at face value. The fact that Kanye is doing the absolute most, I think in some regards it borders on intimidation and emotional abuse, that, you know, you're trying to get your own way by putting something out on social media where people are gonna, you know, start commenting. There's the newspaper articles are going to be written and whatever. So to me, it's like you're trying to do that to get your own way. However, with that being said, and the reason why I don't believe it in this regard is because they both have enough money to do this through lawyers. So that's different. However, with the average Joe that doesn't have access to heaps and heaps of money, I do feel sorry for dads who don't have access to their kids or who can't see their kids, because there are a lot of women who do use kids as a weapon against the dads. My feelings is that if your children are not at harm, physical or emotional harm in any way, shape or form by being with their dad, whatever issues you have with the dad, that should not impact whether your child sees their dad or not. I don't agree with children being used as weapons against the other parent. I don't agree with parents being withheld from seeing their children, because a lot of the time it's hurt and bitterness from one side or ego from the other side. And at the end of the day, the only person who ends up being affected the most is the children. But there are a lot of dads who don't have access to their children, and unfortunately the court system in this country does tend to favour mums. But then on the flip side, you know, there's different situations, but I think, you know, there are a lot of dads that are genuinely being prevented from seeing their children, and it's heartbreaking because a lot of the time, like I said, it's because kids are being used as a pawn or a weapon, and I don't think that's right.